Good morning, East York. It's 11:35, and this is Observer Radio News. I'm Lydia Moore with Alicia Baird and Carrie Prunskis. In the weather, it's 12 degrees and sunny outside our East York studios. Now here are the headlines. An 11-year-old girl has been rushed to hospital after being hit by a TTC bus. The Toronto Blue Jays lost against the Los Angeles Angels, and Michael Bublé wins big at the Juno Awards last night. Now to our top story. Yesterday morning, an 11-year-old girl was taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries after being hit by a TTC bus in North York. Police say the accident happened around 11 o'clock when the girl attempted to cross from the west side of Bathurst Street to the east near Danby Avenue. Constable Hugh Smith said the bus had been changing lanes closest to her when she stepped into traffic to cross the road. No charges have been laid. A fight that erupted inside a Sikh temple in Brampton yesterday afternoon has landed 5 people in hospital. The altercation started at approximately 3:45 at the Guru Nanak Sikh Centre near Highway 410 and Steeles Avenue. The fight broke out when a group meeting of board members was held and another group tried to break it up. What started off as a fistfight became dangerous as knives and machetes and hammers were used. There's been no word on whether charges will be laid. There's a new entry in the Toronto mayoral race, and he's homeless. Observer Radio News' Clarissa Pessoa reports.
A homeless man has joined the running to become the mayor of Toronto. Kevin Mark Clark lives at the Good Shepherd Ministry Shelter on Queen Street East. He paid his $200 candidate fee with funds from his disability check. Issues on his agenda include street health and improving TTC customer service.
They don't want me to tell you that as your next mayor, homeless man, I've encountered you every single day. So right now, chasing some money is going to change. I spoke to you, and I see what was the issues that you and the issues that young people out there. In turn, I gain all the knowledge and go through the city. The benefit of my greatest hurt is being a homeless man, so that I got to meet you.
Although he is not a politician, Clark remains sure he will make the best mayor. Though Kevin Clark has no sponsors, he has a campaign hotline where supporters can donate to support his campaign.
The volcano in Iceland is continuing to leave travelers stranded in different parts of the world while plumes of ash cover European airspace. However, Britain's Royal Navy is sending warships to rescue travelers stranded across the English Channel today. Prime Minister Gordon Brown said another warship would also be sent to pick up soldiers trying to get home after a tour of duty in Afghanistan. A 22-year-old woman in Ohio has become the youngest person to row across the Atlantic Ocean alone. Katie Spots arrived in Cleveland for a welcome home party on Saturday after the 2-month journey. Spots said she couldn't have done it without 4 iPods, 300 chocolate bars, and 100 audiobooks. And that's the latest news. Here's Alicia with sports.
Thanks, Lydia, and hello, everyone. The Toronto Blue Jays lost 3-1 against the Los Angeles Angels last night, who have now completed a 3-game sweep. It was a good game for pitcher Ricky Romero, wowing a rigorous crowd of 14,000 at the Rogers Center. Romero came hard with 1 run and 5 hits over 8 innings, but couldn't quite keep up. Scott Downs pitched the 9th inning, where the Angels won with 2 more runs. The Ottawa Senators lost 4-2 against the Pittsburgh Penguins, giving them a 2-1 lead in their Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. The Penguins started the game off with a score on their first shot by Alexei Porankovsky in the opening period. Mike Fisher tied the game in the second, giving hope to a sold-out crowd at the Scotiabank Place in Ottawa. With just 7 minutes remaining, Matt Cullen brought the game 4-2, but the Senators could not get any closer. The Colorado Rapids beat Toronto FC 3-1 in their away game in Commerce City Sunday evening. TFC managed to tie the game with a penalty kick from Dwayne DiRosario, making it his 4th goal of the season. Meanwhile, Jeff Laurentowicz scored his first goal of the year. The game was won when a free kick was drawn by Wells Thompson and scored by Laurentowicz in the 71st minute of the game. Jim Furyk won big at the Verizon Heritage after Brian Davis called a 2-stroke penalty on himself. Davis took a loose read during his backswing on the first playoff hole. Shortly after, he asked for PGA Tour Tournament Director Slugger White and shared what he saw during the shot. After consulting with officials and checking the TV replays, the penalty was confirmed. The $1 million win went to Furyk. As the OFSA Provincial Boys Basketball Championship ended in high drama on the court, it was the foundation of the tournament that received all the accolades off the court. As Observer Radio News' Andrew Robichaud reports, the effort of a solid volunteer squad was too good to be overlooked.
They were the first to arrive at the Durham College gyms every morning and the last to leave at night. A flood of high school volunteers seemed to occupy just about every space other than the basketball court for the 3-day tournament. With the help of a committee of teachers from the Durham area, event convener Michael Kennelly oversaw the recruitment of responsible scorers, team ambassadors, and door personnel.
Each of the committee members, basically from about 5 high schools in the area, I asked each of them to bring their best team of scorers. So we ended up with about 40, I would say altogether, high school students who were playing a role, either as minor officials or support staff.
Volunteer coordinator Tina McNee, a gym teacher at O'Neill Collegiate and Vocational School in Oshawa, said she's amazed at the job of the students, but not at all surprised by it.
We've had some kids from other schools, from Dunbarton, Jay Clark, and A. Jackson Anderson, who've helped out as well, and their teachers selected them. But they have been troopers. They've missed 3 days of school, so they're going to have some homework to catch up on. But we chose them because we knew they were responsible to catch up with school, and they're doing a great job.
The tournament looked great and was lucky to have this little bit of a lot of help. Andrew Robichaud, Observer Radio News, Toronto.
And here's an NBA playoffs update. The LA Lakers beat Oklahoma City Thunder 87-79, taking a 1-0 lead in the first round Western Conference playoff series. The Dallas Mavs beat the San Antonio Spurs 100-94, with Dirk Nowitzki scoring 36 points. And for the Eastern Conference, Orlando Magic won against the Charlotte Bobcats 98-89 in Orlando, while Jameer Nelson came back with 32 points. And that's all for the world of sports. Be sure to stay with us because after the break, Carrie will have all the buzz for you in entertainment.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, I'm your neighbor. Next door neighbor.
Yeah?
I missed you when you moved in, I guess.
Really?
I wanted to explain about that shelf in your refrigerator.
The shelf? Oh, you mean the bottom shelf. The one with the whole case of Molson Golden? Boy, what a great surprise that was moving in.
It was my Molson Golden. My Molson Golden.
Your Molson Golden?
Oh, yeah. I had an arrangement with the person who lived here before you.
Oh, yeah?
I sort of rented one shelf in her fridge.
You don't have a refrigerator?
Yeah, I'm a photographer. Mine's full of film, and I need some place to keep my Molson Golden.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Cool, clear, smooth. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, yeah, I love it. It was terrific.
It was terrific.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, was? Molson Golden, from North America's oldest brewer of beer and ale. #1 import from Canada. Molson makes it golden.
It really was a shame you missed the party.
I feel like I was there in spirit.
Welcome back and hello everyone. Here's the latest in entertainment news. The stars were brightly shining last night at the 39th Annual Juno Awards in St. John's, Newfoundland. Vancouver crooner Michael Bublé took home 4 awards, including Album of the Year for his chart-topping smash, Crazy Love. Although Bublé was nominated for Artist of the Year, hip-hop sensation Kanon claimed that trophy. Toronto rapper Drake won for New Artist of the Year. He performed on stage with 16-year-old pop singer Justin Bieber. Bieber had 3 nominations, but came up empty-handed. Death at a Funeral took the #1 spot at the box office this weekend. The Frank Oz-directed film brought in $20 million. The star-studded comedy features Chris Rock and Martin Lawrence. The two play brothers dealing with the many struggles at their father's funeral. The ensemble cast also stars Tracy Morgan, Luke Wilson, and Danny Glover. And from the big screen to the small screen, Scott Wilson could have the best job in the world. He travels around the world for a living. Wilson is the host of a cable TV show called Departures. For the Season 3 premiere, the Departures team held a VIP party for fans in Toronto. After 3 years of being on the road, Wilson says people everywhere share the same characteristics. He says the hard lines of borders and boundaries between countries and cultures disappear. His philosophy on travel has also evolved.
It's honestly like this big puzzle that you get to see this world map all the time, and then somebody chops it up into little chunks and throws it at the window, and you've got to piece it all back together. And as you start to see that puzzle come together, it gets faster and faster and easier to see the whole picture as you get closer. So with each country and each adventure, it feels like, this mystery of what the world is being solved.
The popular travel show is co-hosted by Justin Lukács and produced by cameraman Andre Dupuis. The new season of Departures airs Saturday nights at 10 p.m. on the Outdoor Life Network. And the Sprockets Film Festival launched this weekend in Toronto. The kid-friendly fest offers 27 feature films and 41 short films, all from around the globe. The American Idol-based film Afghan Star gets rave reviews, and the short film documentary Fresh Water Plague also takes must-see status. The Sprockets Festival runs until April 23rd. And there you have it. Let's take it back to Lydia for the wrap.
Thanks, Carrie. That's the news for now. On behalf of all of us here at Observer Radio News, thanks for listening and have a great day.